With me now are the top 3 queens of this season of Drag Race All-Stars. We have the incomparable Shea Coulee with us, Jujubee, and Ms. Cracker. How are you guys all doing today?
Great.
Fabulous.
Thanks.
I mean, you look fabulous. I'm liking the pink all around. Jujubee, you didn't get the pink background, but that's okay. You have the rainbow back there. So
Yes.
where are you all calling from? How has home been for you? Ms. Cracker, let's start with you.
New York City, where I will live my entire life and die, probably sooner than I thought.
What about you, Jujubee?
I am in Chinatown, Boston, Massachusetts.
We won't hold that against you. We won't hold that against you. And what about you, Shea Coulee?
Well, I live inside a genie bottle, so in an undisclosed location. So that's where I am. Great Wi-Fi though.
You can be wherever you want. I am jealous of your genie bottle. Okay, well, let's dive right into All-Stars because it's been such a phenomenal season, I gotta say. You 3 have made it all the way to the end, and congratulations on that. Well-deserved all around. I gotta ask, Jujubee, you were on All-Stars season 1, I believe. How has this season been compared to the first All-Stars?
Oh my gosh, there is, well, first, there's no teams, so there's a big difference. But also, it's a lot harder. It is so hard. The stakes are much more high. And season 1, we kind of didn't know what we were doing, so the excitement was there. But this time around, it was like Shea, Cracker, Mariah. It was just like all these amazing, intense queens. So yeah, made me nervous.
Has the competition and the level of, drag queen really increased in those years in between?
Oh, absolutely. I think I got my first lace front on season 2, and now people pop out with lace fronts. You know what I mean, Shea? Ms. Cracker.
Shade.
These queens got good hair now.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Well, Shea, a lot of what people have been dealing with this season is that final lip sync battle between you and Sasha Velour on season 9. We saw how you handled it last week during the stand-up challenge. Would you say you've healed from that experience now?
Oh my God, yes. Like it has been, I feel like the experience itself of the lip sync wasn't even what was so rough for me. I think it was the way the fandom weaponized it as something against me to be ashamed of, and that was kind of what I wanted to respond to. And I think just calling attention to the way that sometimes people in the fandom can treat queens, it was really healing and cathartic for me to get that off my chest in a way that was expressed through fashion.
What is the biggest misconception maybe with fans of drag and what it actually is? I mean, is there something that you're hearing constantly from fans, either not supporting or overly supporting? Is there any, discussion there?
I would say sometimes people, I could literally list something as a political belief and they'll be like, you see, and that's why you got beat in the finale, dummy. And I'm like, what does that have to do with women's rights? What that is so way left field. So that's kind of why I wanted to just be able to have a moment and poke fun at it, But I really appreciate it because it was a great learning experience, and I feel like that moment was Sasha's moment, and it was meant for her to show the world just what an impeccable artist she is. And it also opened the door for me to be able to come back and do All-Stars, completely different queen than I was in season 9.
That's right. And Ms. Cracker, you are fierce competition. You've won 2 weeks in a row, but with those wins, you also have to choose who to eliminate that week. Have any of those decisions really weighed on you throughout the competition? I mean, how hard is it to kind of send someone home?
Well, there's an old motto that I live by that my mother taught me, which is don't suffer over your suffering. So I try, it is difficult to make that decision, but I try not to punish myself for struggling over it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I just try to make the decision cleanly, and I don't add any additional angst. Does that make sense?
How much social media blowback, though, do you get from the people you want to eliminate? I mean, are you pleasing 50% and the other 50% hate you, or do you find that most people support your decision?
Well,
It got silent and I'm scared now. I don't know how to take this.
Underneath this makeup, my eyebrows are singed off.